A league with Blue-Black Shadow. First time playing this deck in Legacy. Seems pretty great though. Seems like an easy heat. We've got some interaction. We got a Brainstorm for turn 2. Yeah. Put him to Tourach in it too. Him to Tourach doesn't seem like the best card in Lantern. Because, like, there are only specific cards you care about, right? This will be my first PT. This will be, like, my 7th or something. I think it's something like my 7th. Autumn is crushing. Am I crushing you on PT stats? My win rate at the PT is like 50%. It's really unimpressive. Oh, don't forget the stream title. You right. You right. Ha! Woo! So good at this game. So good at this game. Oh, this is great. I'm so happy right now. Just like turn 1, go to 10 life. That was a decent turn 1, I think. Hope I'm playing against Grixis control, that would be delightful. Unkillable, 3/4, unblockable. Actually gonna let this resolve because I want to be able to Brainstorm and shuffle next turn. Hope they go free Spirit Guide second right you. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jarvis. That's a lot. Alright. Just gonna do this. Like, I've already got one card I want to shuffle away, right? You are quite the wholesome troll. So, I assume we're against a combo deck with that Preordain, so you can probably shuffle away this Snuff Out. Is it crazy that I want to get an Underground Sea here? I'm a bit worried about, like, natural tendrils or something like that. And, like, with the Dazes in hand, we're gonna be dealing so much damage to ourselves if we get a Watery Grave. Dang, this is nice. Alright. No one plays Cabal Therapy anymore, so we can just, like, draw the Force of Will into our hand. Six turn clock. Going strong. I think we're dead. I think we have to counter the Delver, which really sucks. Do I have to pitch a Daze as well? They drew the Miser Island to trick me. They sure did. Yeah, I think I have to pitch a Daze. It kind of sucks though. We reanimated the Street Wraith turn 1. It was great. see how unbeatable their hand is. I'll play my waste out, waste them, so that we can Daze back. Play Thoughtseize. Waste out, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then we could have like been dazing this instead of forcing it. No, this sounds correct, Jarvis. I think you're probably right about that one. Alright, I can't beat either of these, but I guess I take the Young Pyromancer. Then I have to waste them. So I've ended up having to do this anyway, which is like a bit embarrassing. I mean, they're about equally far away from casting either of them. This island is just like ruining us, making our wasteland so bad. Okay. Street Wraith still getting in there. I need them to play a swamp at some point. Underground Sea. Alright. Well, if we draw a black source before they draw their third land, we get to take the true name. Or we could die to the true name. That's also good. Also strong. Yeah, double Volk's pretty brutal. Assume that means I'm on a 0 outer. No edicts in the main deck. They just float a mana. It doesn't change anything. Kuba. Alright, so these edicts seem great. Him to Tourach seems decent. Liliana seems good because they have a Young Pyromancer as well as Delver. We can cut some forces. Cut the Stubborn Denial. Yeah, Stubborn Denial seems pretty bad here for sure. Oh, generally speaking, yeah. It might also just like not be great generally speaking. It's pretty close to Spell Pierce in a lot of matchups. We could trim more forces. I'm like pretty scared of True Name though. pile being Grixis control. Yeah, just cut all the horses on the play. I think I agree. I don't know what the final cut is. Could even be a Reanimate. I'm not sure how often we want to do this against them. I guess we can Reanimate, use... Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Like, Wraith becomes a pretty awkward draw as the game goes long. That makes sense, Travis. It's, like, fine in the early game when you're setting up a shadow, but once you're in, like, the mid-game, it's just, like, very hard to cycle it if you ever draw it. This is a fine hand. Kind of slow, but... Kills Delvers. Hey there, Arkin11. Good to see you. Nice. That is a good draw. Awesome. Get to Daze them. Return our Watery Grave. Yeah, this is great, Caius. This is great. Alright, we're all back in the Stone Age. Cool. I am fine with that. There's no creatures in the yard yet for this Reanimate. So upsetting. Guess I just say go. Yeah, I don't think it counts as a Stone Rain. I think that's a loose use of the Stone Rain command. Exclamation mark boomerang. Delverino, okay. Alright, so we get to go Reanimate that Delver, cast a Gummy. We have been quite loose of the command all along, that is very reasonable. That was no Stoner. Jeez. Jeez, Alesha. Alright, we resolved a Gurmag Angler. As long as they don't have a true name Nemesis, I think we're in a great spot. Or Liliana's defeat. I guess it kills both Gurmag and Death Shadow. That kind of makes sense, Jarvis. And kills Liliana. No! You need to win more, Jarvis. We need you to win more. Grixis Delver is kind of nice. Yeah, I might end up playing that. It's kind of hard to go to having no probes, but probe was kind of absurd in that deck. I'm not sure how many more times we want to shock ourselves. What we do with like shadows in our deck to draw into. When is the next Legacy thing? There's a London Legacy monthly at the end of this month, George, which I've yet to sign up for. I'm undecided on whether to go to it or not. I really want to because playing Legacy, but also like I have a lot of stuff I want to get done. I'm not gonna lie, True Name feels really hard to beat with this deck when it resolves. Also, this is the worst Dismember I've ever seen against their black creature. I don't think there is downtime today, is there? There isn't downtime every Wednesday. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jeez. I guess I'm playing around Daze. Just accepting my life total is really fragile. Yeah, there's gonna be a Legacy Cube up soon. Oh, because of Liliana, that's fair, Jarvis. And then, like, even if they counter Liliana, we still have Snuff Out for the Pyromancer, right? That's very reasonable. Yeah, Legacy Cube is the mono Planeswalkers. Mono control cube. There are like a few too many Planeswalkers in that one. I kind of want the land for the Liliana, but I guess I'm meant to take a land. Yeah, I don't like Legacy Cube. The mono Planeswalkers thing was a criticism, not praise. I guess I take a land to cast this Liliana. I'm like kind of iffy on that. It's like a land that deals me damage, which is not great because like we could die to double bolts. If they have double bolt, they probably just have to kill our Gurmag. Yeah, there's just too many Planeswalkers. Draft Cup on Saturday. I'm not. There's a modern PTQ online, George. I'm going to be playing that instead. I would love to come. What formats is Draft Cup? That could change my mind. What formats is Draft Cup? I'm like pretty sure I'm just playing the PTQ, but okay, I just have to like keep staying on the PT. Dominaria and Khans. Jeez, that's a convincing selection of formats. And top 8 is some Master sets, yeah. That's kind of nice. I really don't want to cast a Snuff Out, I just die to a bolt then. Probably just meant to cast Lily. Hope they don't have Daze. I guess I could also just attack. Get them to chump with the Pyro. Like, not cast anything into their counter magic. You tried to kill the creature. I feel like just attacking is kind of nice. I feel like they're... If I wait and they peel True Name. That is very true, Jarvis. That is very true. It's so rough though, casting things into counter magic when I could just like get the pyro off board. Yeah, I could Daze a bolt. That is true. Playing modern PTQ seems like such a miserable thing to do. I'm really enjoying blue-white control at the moment. I'm pretty excited to play some blue-white control. And now we get to play her on Daze as well. This is absurd. We still get to make a token if they have a Daze, but... okay, so they're top decking. How could we lethal? What are you talking about? What am I missing? Brainstorm resolves and then they just like Daze to make another token, right? Or Daze the Lily. Like, we're in the same spot if the Brainstorm resolves and they have a Daze in hand. I guess they could leave the Daze on top, but... I do not understand what you're talking about. Like, I feel like we end up in the same spot if they have a Daze. And if they don't have a Daze, they die. Like, we can still cast the Lily after bouncing this to our hand. That doesn't change. Because we still have a land drop for the turn, and we've floated a mana and everything. Alright, no true name please, no bolts, etc. It's okay, George. Hopefully I'm not missing anything or misunderstanding you. Chat lethal, best lethal. It's pretty good lethal. I'm fairly sure I don't want forces. It's really awkward because true name's terrifying, but we have discard to take true name, we have edicts. We'll manage. Yeah, Forcible getting dazed, or like red blasted as well. Gosh, this tea's so good. I'm so happy with my life choices right now. Just reanimate their true name. The dream. Exciting. Thoughtseize your true name and reanimate it. It does sound kind of great. I'm not gonna lie. 1 mana true name Nemesis on turn 2. Interesting. Thoughtseize bug. Thoughtseize bug is real. Alright, what are we doing? Soon we're taking this Delver of Secrets. We worry about what else we do next turn. Yeah. Just take their threat when we don't have an answer in hand and our life total's like already lowish, right? For sure, Jarvis. I like that plan. Oh, gosh. Shadow and Grizzlebrand is indeed a number. As someone who has registered those in the same deck in a league before, can confirm. Oh boy, that's a Spell Pierce. I think I'm interested in dazing that. I'm gonna go find an Underground Sea because I'm a bit worried about my life total this game. What deck do you think is stronger currently, Show and Tell or Reanimate? I'm not keen on either at the moment, if I'm being honest. I guess we can just take 2. And then we still have the Underground Sea for the other days. No, this is fine. I can just daze once with the Watery Grave and we're probably fine. We don't have to daze, like... I mean, alternatively, I can daze away the Watery Grave later and use that to deal myself damage if I need to. And that gives me more control. No, I prefer this. Yeah, this makes more sense to me. Yeah, I think Reanimator is slightly better too. I think Sneak and Show is just, like, very bad at the moment, sadly. Take that answer. I guess we have a Daze for the Edict, so maybe we could have left them with that. I think the Daze is going to snipe something at some point anyway, though. Maybe we could have left them with the Edict. That's a good card. And there's is guaranteed flipping. We need a removal spell immediately. Or him to Tourach, I guess. That's a good start. And then we can try and find removal next turn. You think you'd daze the Brainstorm because we're scared of them flipping the Delver sooner? Reasonable. It's kind of awkward. It's like kind of like throwing away a card. Which is not great. I think it's fine though. Buys us like a bit of time. Means they don't get to like keep the other Brainstorm on top for use later, which is something. Yeah, Ponder's good. Get to keep digging for those bolts. We need to find a Fatal Push immediately, or a Shadow. They chose not to shuffle. Okay, so they can like scry away the one they didn't want with the Preordain. They bottomed both. So they've just had a blind card, basically, off the Ponder plus Preordain. Interesting. I guess they could have a Daze in hand, so I should play my Marsh Flats first. It's really awkward, though, if I see 2 cards I want. Or, like, now the Dismember just puts me to 3, whereas, like, previously... I think I almost have to shuffle this. I think the Dismember might be too slow. I have to, like, wait until next turn to cast it. Otherwise I die to Bolt. Yeah, I think we shuffle. And now I probably just need to, like, leave the Delver back. Oh, that makes sense, Arcan11. Leave the Delver back. Like, just plan on leaving the Delver back the moment we see Delver plus Dismember. That's reasonable. That could have been a bit better. Staring battle commences. Kind of want to play out my land because I've seen Spell Pierce. But if I see a Wasteland, I might want to like take them off a land here. It's kind of surprising they have Spell Pierce in post board. I guess it's very different in a non-Deathrite world, right? Back in the Deathrite world, I just like probably need to shuffle this. Like, we're basically just keeping a Wasteland but nothing else. Back in the Deathrite world, I thought Spell Pierce was pretty bad in the mirrors, but I guess things have changed now. Let's take them off Bolt mana. Okay. Alright, still looking for a Fatal Push or a Death Shadow. Either of those would be amazing. Yeah, Brainstorm with no shuffle is like close to Reach Through Mists, right? Just like close to cycling. The dream! We're living the dream. No! The dream is over. The dream is gone. I'm no longer living the dream. Rip dream. So you need to draw Dismember. Why am I so bad at drawing? Could also draw a Death Shadow. Cast my healing salve. We have yet to draw a Death Shadow, Caius. This is correct. Or see a Death Shadow. Fairly sure we do not, in fact, play Death Shadow, and we're just starting every game on 8 life for no good reason. I stand corrected. Cast my 10/10. I would rate that draw a 10 out of 10. Bolt incoming. Don't say that. Don't say that, Jarvis. Hey, if they bolt us, we, what is this? Oh. Yes, that works too. If they bolt us, this becomes a 13/13. Alright, alright. Alas. The games where you draw a Death Shadow in the Delver Mirrors, like, the Death Shadows seem kind of hard to race for them. Well, in, like, the games where you don't draw a Death Shadow, you're just starting on, like, 8 life in a Delver Mirror, and you can never race, and you just, like, leave yourself really soft to bolt. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Alright, next match. Once more. This hand is pretty respectable. We've got a piece of interaction. Some cyclers for this angler. Get to die to Chalice of the Void. Also good. So we need to find Force of Will. Or Dismember, true. No conceding quite yet. I'm missing having Lightning Bolt in my deck right now. If only it was on the play. Yeah, if it was on the play, they'd be in a worse spot. We'd be in a better one. Ratchet Bomb definitely seems much better than Throne of Geth in this matchup, because you can Ratchet Bomb away a Blood Moon. It's actually, like, really relevant that we have Throne of Geth instead of Ratchet Bomb here. Maybe you're right. Maybe this Jarvis fellow knows what he's talking about. Maybe. Someone Blood Moon, OP. Please nerf. Right. Stubborn Denial, this stuff. Him to Tourach. In. So, you want to cut some removal? Yes, Snuff Out's pretty bad. else do we cut? This is really tough. There's not as like... In Grixis Delta there was always just like a bunch of air for these matchups, but... I guess the Reanimates aren't great. You can cut those. You should do a stream called Ask Jarvis where you can sit there and answer questions for an hour. You'd Skype in with me at some point? Oh, we have to do that. I have to find the memeiest decks I can subject you to. Teach me to play lands. That sounds fun. Land seems kind of sweet. I'm not gonna lie. We need the pushes and dismembers. I think. Because like part of what you always had with Grixis Delta is that every matchup you had a worst threat. So like every matchup you just have a threat you get to board out. Maybe the Hymns of Tourach aren't the best. It's kind of hard. It's actually really hard to revolt Fatal Push against Magus of the Moon. You have to leave open a fetch land. It's so unlikely. I guess we can just take out the Fatal Pushes and just have the Dismembers. Like, Grabble Master's still a bit scary. But... I think on the play this is fine. Let's try this. It's also possible we could trim a Wasteland. They have the soul lands that you want to kill, but they also just have a pile of mountains, the rest of their lands. Feel like it's pretty unreasonable to send this hand back, even though we don't have Thoughtseize or Force in it. More 1-mana 10/10s. I guess one of the problems this hand does have is if we find a Force, we don't necessarily have a blue card to pair with it. But I can Dismember a Magus. Yeah, that's really nice. For sure. I want to Preordain before Street Wraith. The information's kind of nice. I guess I could hit Thoughtseize if I do this now. Or Stubborn Denial. So I can just lead with this. Yeah, you'd cycle first. Part of my thinking was like, if I'd hit blue card plus Force, I could then cycle into the second one. But I guess that's just the same as cycling before Preordain. So we want the Daze. Do we want the Delver? We've already got an Angler. We're gonna go have 4 cards. 5. Yeah, I think I bottom Delver. I think I agree. Because we've already got 1 threat. Am I meant to Daze the Chrome Mox? What do people think about dazing Chrome Mox? Seems aggressive. I mean, we do have the Wasteland in hand, so like dazing the Chrome Mox isn't unreasonable from that perspective, right? Yeah, this is fine. We've got 0 1-mana cards in hand somehow. Hope I draw a Ratchet Bomb, jeez. Yeah, Ratchet Bomb's kind of ludicrous here, for sure. I am willing to admit you were right about Ratchet Bomb, Jarvis. I am willing to admit that. Hashtag Jarvis was right. Rude. Daze. Alright. I like it. We can even dismember our Death Shadow to... Oh. That was a good moment. I was very confident with my chalice check, indeed. That was a lot. That was a lot. I guess I can wait before dismembering. Oh, we can cast the Street Wraith later. I don't know if that's happening. No comments, Jarvis. No comment. They have a Chrome Box. We can't Daze the PNR. Without your expert help, Jarvis, this is inevitably going to happen. I'm not going to cycle the Street Wraith yet because I'm a bit scared of Fiery Confluence. I'd be surprised if they have many Fiery Confluences in against us, but... Yes, Jarvis? Nice draw. Daze. I can imagine you shaking your head. This is a thing I am capable of imagining. Ratchet Bomb. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Probably still gonna win. I don't know, they only need like one more good thing. I wouldn't say Force of Will seals the deal. It's like Daze, but if they have a Rabble Master here, we still could easily lose. Alright, I should cast this Thoughtseize to clear out their hand. Make sure we get their last card. Oh damn, I forgot to. I misclicked. Thoughtseize is good here, Kappa. Very Kappa. Alright, we're not going to Thoughtseize here because we're a bit scared of dying to Fiery Confluence off the top. Like, if they're holding a pair of Spirit Guides and they forward draw Fiery Confluence, we feel really embarrassed. It does kill me, Jarvis. That just makes my comment even worse. Somehow it makes my comment worse. As if that's possible. Alright, I'm sold. Throne of Geth, worse than Ratchet Bomb. You're only here to point out bad logic. Oh my gosh. Alright, game 3. They snap capped. Where are our blue cards? I think we're meant to keep this. We have a Dismember for Amigas. Just mulligan. I guess we don't have a threat, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Grumble, grumble. I mean... yeah, we have 2 Stubborn Denials plus a threat. I'm not in love with this, but... I think I'm meant to keep... Incoming Chalice. We're spared! Oh my lord, we're spared. Jeez. That's absurd. Throne of Geth, continuing to look worse than Ratchet Bomb. Yep, this is a Ratchet Bomb. We would, it ticks up Chalice. It was played in the PT lists. The idea is that your opponent plays a Chalice and you take it up to a Chalice on 2, and most Chalice decks have lots of 2-drops. But I think it's just too cute. I think I agree with Jarvis about that one. Let's Brainstorm here. Punished, could kill their city. Ratchet Bomb is ironically worse versus Throne of Geth. Accurate. Throne of Geth is on top of the deck. I figure we can choose to shuffle it or draw it, depending on what happens here. Never mind, I guess we're shuffling. Oh, where is it physically? I don't know. Could not answer that. I assume it's somewhere on, like, Mirrodin, right? Oh, they get to name our Wasteland now to save their city. That's pretty good. We're on 0 outs. I guess we can trap cards in their hand. That's our out, right? We Wasteland their city and hope they never draw another land. That's our out. I'm actually kind of interested in another Wasteland. Honestly. Alright, we need them to brick on lands for a few turns, but we have a plan here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Opponent. Jeez. They're bricking. I could have shuffled away the Wasteland, but I think I actually kind of want it, so. Alright. So I attack, crack this, get in for 5. You think I keep it as a free? That's reasonable. I could see that being the case. Yeah, free seems good. I think it's hard for them to, like, deal with that. I'm going to Brainstorm before cracking, because we only know one of the top 3. Ratchet Bomb doesn't do anything. They have a Sorcerer Spyglass down. I am not keeping this Hymn to Tourach. Perhaps surprisingly, the Hymn to Tourach seems actively harmful at the moment. Alright, let's get an Underground Sea here. Just start attacking with our free every turn. I think we need it as a free Tarpon. It just makes the clock a lot quicker than as a 2/2. This game is tense. God, they had a Simian Spirit Guide. That's so good. I don't want to have to use a Daze on this. I have to use the Dismember. Oh, this is going to tap for red, so we don't need to take damage. No, we're great, right? We're just, like, in a great position here. Yeah. So this is going to tap for red, so that we don't have to take any damage here. This is quite the weird game. Agree. I mean, I'm like obligated to counter that because otherwise my Stubborn Denial does nothing anyway. Obviously I can make this a 4/4 later, but I think making this a 4/4 is just like a bad idea generally. Yeah, I regret not registering a I regret not registering one of these style of cantrip decks. I don't really enjoy the combo decks very much. The fact that I played Sneak and Show at my one and only Legacy PT when I could be playing like something that like attacks. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alright, so we have them on a free turn clock now. because we can fetch for Watery Grave on the final attack. Ooh, that's such a good draw. That's such a good draw. They might be dead next turn. We might actually win this game. We might actually win this game. Yeah, this is a 1-1 too, so we don't even have to flip it necessarily. But we're going to, because it kills them apparently. If we can. Alright. Oh, that's lethal? No. Yeah, that's lethal. So... Oh my god, we actually won this game. That's kind of unrealistic. If they'd named Wasteland with the Sorcerer's Spyglass, we 100% lose. Right? If they just name the Wasteland instead of the one of Ratchet Bomb, we just like 100% lose this game. Jeez, that was something. Alright, I'm gonna head to the bathroom in a sec before our next one. Yeah, that game was sweet, Arc 11. That was so strange. And so cool. Right, I'm gonna be back in a moment. Just gonna head to the bathroom. I blocked Mew, didn't I? I didn't entirely block Mew. I didn't entirely block Mew. I'm improving. Legacy Humans was rough. It was rough. It's probably more reasonable than people are giving it credit for, but I was not that impressed. I don't know, I feel like creature sizing is not as important in Legacy as it is in Modern. So cards like Champion of the Parish and Vardia's Lieutenant end up being like a bit less impressive. This is fine. Got a Ponder to dig for a Frat. And even like maybe Daze there for Reanimate it. No one knows that, George. Why would anyone know that? That would require clear communication with players. This is the easiest shuffle of my life, just like no threat in there. A lot of lands. Not even Wizards knows that. Ah. Nucleo with the hard truths. Is this you suggesting, George, that I shouldn't play the PTQ this weekend? Because clearly I'm just gonna qualify at GP Stockholm when I inevitably overtake Francesco in the captaincy race. Dice. Gonna put me to 11. Francesco Giorgio is currently, I think, 6 points ahead of me in captaincy race. So if I literally win the GP, I overtake him at the last moment. Literally win the GP, and I can overtake him. Those are some solid draws. You're not wrong. It is a lot of points, Jarvis. It is a lot of points. It's not like I've been not winning tournaments lately. Accurate. Kind of absurd. That's so brutal. Do I want to double Daze this? How do we feel about double Daze on this? Is that absurd? I feel like that's decent. I am a fan of the double negatives, but hey. We are very eggroll this game. We are exceedingly eggroll. Thanks, Schultz. You're secretly a beatdown player. Oh my god, second force. Ah. I'm so happy with our decision to daze that force. That worked out quite nicely. Someone is scared of Street Wraith. Jeez. Someone is scared of Street Wraith. Don't get stifled. Yeah, getting stifled would be not the... I mean, we have a lot of lands in hand. I'm kind of okay with getting stifled, honestly. We have so many lands in hand that trading a land for a stifle actually sounds fine. I can wait. Yeah, I can wait and like force them to hold up mana, right? Make it more awkward for them. Opponent is even more eggroll than us. They sure are. Alright, say go. See if we can get them to stifle here so we can daze the Brainstorm. No stifle. Rude. Alright. I'm kind of fine. I'm flooding quite a bit though, Jarvis. Like, they're down like 2 cards, but in exchange we're flooding a lot. So it's like we're kind of even on cards. In that way. Just need a Brainstorm. Yeah, a Brainstorm would be an absurd draw for us. Said every legacy player ever. Alright. Well done. Ponder's not bad. Ponder's not the worst. I'm gonna... This is tough. I kind of want to Wasteland them this turn because they've missed a land drop. I could play the Wasteland before the Ponder so they can't Spell Pierce the Ponder. I wish I had the fetch land available to me. I could keep the Death Shadow and shuffle the rest. How was Faithless Looting for you, Jarvis? I think I'm keeping Death Shadow plus Dismember. I think I like this. I can shuffle away the land next turn. Getting their red source means I can run out Death Shadow this turn, which is nice. Take them off bolt. Alright, this is fine. Now that they've done that, I'm just going to pass the turn. So then I can play around Lightning Bolt with my shadows. Just cast both next turn. I mean, Shadow rules with that pretty well, and we've got a Dismember coming next turn. That's actually just fine. That actually just doesn't do very much here. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot indeed. It's like a bit awkward. I kind of don't want to go to 6 because of double bolt. Maybe I was just meant to play both shadows this turn. Then I can, like, use this to make sure they eat mandrills. Holy shit. Huh. Third force of the game. Am I casting a shadow this turn? Or am I playing around, yeah, I just don't play around Daze since they only have the one card left, right? Makes sense. This is going to be a 7/7. So if I don't get Watery Grave, it isn't actually a 2-turn clock. Seven's plenty good. I kind of want it to be a 2-turn clock to give my opponent less time to draw into bolts. Is that absurd? Oh, I can Daze and shock myself again, that's true. So yeah, I have the option of like making a 2-turn clock with Daze potentially, depending on what they do. If they cast a creature that makes me want to make this bigger, I can do that. Yeah, Bomat's the one. Well, the other difference is they can like cast the mandrills and then not have to block. That's like a difference. Or they can like attack with an unflipped Delver. Yeah. So there are differences. There aren't many, but... Alright. Do I let them know about this? I think I don't. I think I hold it. And then I guess if I draw a Wasteland, I'm pretty sad not to have it in play though. Makes sense. So I have to play it out for that reason, because of Wasteland being in my deck. It gives them info that our Shadow is lethal next turn, which is not great, but... No Lightning Bolt. Good. I'm okay with that start of the turn. No revealing Lightning Bolt. Exciting. You know they have a spell in hand. What? They didn't block? What am I missing here? Do they have Dismember? Yeah, they could have a Dismember. I don't think I can go for the shocking myself though because of Lightning Bolt. I had to Thoughtseize pre-combat to play around Dismember. I should have Thoughtseize to play around Dismember because then I can either see the bolt in their hand or I can force them to Dismember. That's actually the reason to Thoughtseize pre-combat. Because otherwise if they have a Dismember they get to say no blocks there. So Ratchet Bomb seems great. Edict seems excellent. I think Liliana is substantially worse against Teemo Delver than against Grixis. Yeah, maybe... I think they just didn't do maths. I think that's correct. Him to Tourach's also a bit worse against them than against Grixis, but maybe it's good enough. We want to cut some forces... Snuff Out's good against Hoot Hoot. Is it non-artifact as well? No, it's just non-black, so it can kill Bomi. Yeah, I think on the play I'm going to replace the forces with hymns. And on the draw I want forces, so we don't just like lose to Stifle. That's my thinking. Oh, Reanimate's not great either, actually. Maybe these should be the hymns, yeah. That's what we end up doing. Because the Reanimates, like, aren't amazing here. Alright, that sounds excellent. A plus magic hand. Removal, cantrips, counter magic. Opponent's mulliganing too. Sadly, I don't think opponent's going to cast 3 Force of Wills this game. In a stark contrast to the previous game. I'm going to play Underground Sea Sago. If they go to a Wasteland I get to Brainstorm to dig for lands. This way I don't run into a Stifle as badly. Maybe I could play Scalding Tarn Sago and just like not crack it actually. Then they can't Wasteland me. And I can run it into the Stifle, but then they're tapped out and I get to untap and play the Underground Sea. Unsure. Ponder is fine. I think I'm going to Brainstorm plus crack this now. With this on the stack before they can play a land drop, because then if they go to Stifle, I get to Daze the Stifle. Which is pretty nice. And like, I'm not too excited about this Ratchet Bomb with us having an Edict in hand anyway. Jeez. So yeah, Ratchet Bomb's kind of expensive. And I could get rid of... I think I want both shadows, right? There'll come a point in the game where the shadows are just absurd. We want the Angler, because we can cast it a lot earlier than the shadows. I think we want the Thoughtseize, I think we want the Preordain. So frustrating. I kind of want all of these, but I also want to crack my Tarn right now because of Stifle. How many cards are going to be in the yard? We're going to put Brainstorm plus Tarn in there. We untap Preordain. That's free. Could also just get rid of one of the Dazes, but with us being about to miss land drops, I think they're pretty good. I think I am going to get rid of one of the shadows. I've got it as backup. I probably don't need to. I guess I could have put them back in a different... No, I put them back in the right order, right? I need to put back the shadow last, because then if they stifle this and then they succeed in stifling this, I still draw the shadow, which is the one I want. Makes sense. Alright. Resolved. Great. I can Daze whatever they follow up with. Next turn need on Thoughtseize just to see what's going on. But yeah, the best him art is the Wolves, but they don't have that online at the moment. It's a bit unfortunate. Wow, they missed the land drop. Did they shuffle? They chose not to shuffle, and they missed the land drop. Their hand kinda sucks. What am I taking? They're gonna get to start dazing me soon, which is not great, but I kind of want to run into the Dazes because of this Gurmag Angler that I'm building up to. Yeah, if we take the Force, we get threats through. I don't know, a bit of me wants to take the Bolt, just because it, like, makes it managing our life total really awkward for the shadows. I'm going to take a Bolt. I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize them again, because I don't mind. Their hand's like really redundant. I don't mind if they counter this Thoughtseize. I don't really want them countering my Preordain. Alright, this time I don't think I'm taking another Bolt. Maybe I still am. I don't know. I kind of want to take, could actually take the Force this time. Like, try and protect this Gurmag in a couple turns. Alright, cool. It's looking good for us. The hand isn't that good. Ours is very strong. It's pretty strong too. Get to reset their hand, get rid of lots of known information for us. Makes this a lot trickier. This is why you don't interact with people. Interacting with people is great. I'm a fan of interactive magic, says the control player / mid-range player. That's a very good draw. We get to cast Gurmy this turn now. Turn to Omniscience. Turn to Omniscience is quite a thing. You're not wrong about that one. Are they considering stifling this? Because they're scared of Gurmag Angler? They are. Also just like stops the shadow growing, right? I really want to get Angler in play through a Daze, so I think I'm actually going to Daze this. I don't actually care about the Stifle that much, but I think this is pretty good for us. Like, making sure the Angler can hit play. It's true. England seems to really love Death and Taxes for some reason. That deck is absurdly popular over here compared to, like, basically everywhere else. Oh, it's heavily played everywhere. It's been heavily played in England for, like, a couple of years now, though, Jarvis. It's, like, probably just been the most popular deck for quite a while. Because of their Bolt, we can't play the Shadow out, but we can play the Angler. And then we can Preordain. Ooh, I can run my Delver into a Daze. I don't know if I care about that. Want to do that though. Just like cast it next turn, like make their Daze invalid if they still have it in hand. They definitely don't have... Yeah. I think I want this, but I don't think I'm casting it this turn, is the answer. Jeez, that's absurd, Faithless. Alright, resolves. Feeling in a pretty good position right now. We are at risk of getting like triple bolted out once we shock ourselves, but beyond that, I'm feeling like we're in a pretty great position. They chose not to shuffle. Alright. The Goose. When did I start playing Magic? My first pre-release was Dragon's Maze. So I started like about 2 weeks before that. Yeah, I started about 2 weeks before that, so at the very end of Gatecrash. So I've been playing about 5 years, I think. Something like that. Scoutsless. I don't want to run Edict into a Daze anyway. And this is very threatening. With like 2 other creatures on board, might even force them to chump next turn. Your first... That's pretty good, Hobart. Pharos was like a nice starting point. Pharos was sweet. I really enjoyed Pharos. Pharos was essentially like 6 months after I started. So it was like kind of what I started with in a way. Nice ratchet bomb. Alright. It's gonna put us to 4. It leaves us dead to double bolt. Makes this 5 plus 9 is 13, 14. That could be kind of sweet, Chris. I would like more good mid-range decks, please. We've only really had blue-black mid-range, like everything else. It's been a bit more extreme than that. Have we seen the new Vraska yet? Or... Interesting. Spell piercing me. Pretty sure I want to pay for this spell pierce. Oh, then they aren't forced to chump. This is 9, 13. Sucks. So they aren't actually forced to chump. I'm surprised they kept the spell pierce. I don't know. I'm always a bit surprised when there's spell pierce in Delver Mirrors, though. Just like goes dead really quickly. It's the creatures that matter a lot of the time as well. Have we played a land this turn? We haven't, right? We haven't played a land this turn. And this also deals 1 to them if they choose to pay for this Daze. The dealing 1 is actually relevant because it means they have to chump the Shadow rather than like blocking the Delver. Yeah, cards that don't play to the board and Delver mirrors, exactly. Exactly. Alright, so they're paying for the Daze, I assume. So I think what we're gonna do is let the Spell Pierce... No, we pay for the Spell Pierce. If the Edict resolves, they die. And even if they Daze it, they have to chump the Shadow now. Because of us forcing them to crack their Misty. How's this league going? This league's been going well, yeah. We're currently 1-1. So it could be a bit better, but it's been lots of fun. I've been enjoying it. 2-1 after this game, hopefully. This game's looking promising. Like, worst case scenario, they're chumping with their Mongoose. Best case scenario, they die. Obviously, they have double red, so if they get to untap, they could double bolt us, but they'd need, like, bolt on top of their library, plus bolt in hand, plus, like, a Daze in order to do that. We lost to Grixis Delver. And then we beat Mono Red Prism. We had a really silly game against Mono Red Prism. They got down a Ensnaring Bridge. And we just like wastelanded them and crossed our fingers that they wouldn't draw mana sources. Whoa. Do they have another... What is this? This is very strange. Do they have another Daze in hand? That would be really weird. I mean, I have to pay for this, right? This is just like the same as casting the Edict, basically. Hey, Pixel. Good to see you. Oh my god, alright, so they have 2 lands in hand as their cards. We need to not die to bolts. Oh, this game got weird. This game got weird. So we attack with these 2, force a chump block. And then we have Delver to block. Which means we don't die to bolt. Yeah. So we just like force them to chump block here. And then bolt can't kill us. They need like Brainstorm into stuff, but they only have 1 mana, so even that doesn't work. I guess they can flip their Delver, right? They have to flip their Delver and then bolt us. So they need to reveal a lightning bolt to this Delver, or they need to reveal like a Brainstorm into a bolt. Yeah, if they reveal bolt, I die for sure. It's not a spell. It's not a spell. Come on. So close. These games are kind of sweet with the stack. The having Shadow in these Delver mirrors is just like kind of terrifying because it kills them so quickly, but getting yourself into like bolt range or double bolt range is really perilous. Alright, 2-1. Sick. On to the next round. That was kind of great, honestly. That was kind of great. Okay. Whilst we're waiting for the next round to start, I will just put up the ad screen so people can see when my next streams are. I guess the Tuesday one can now be taken away, right? Tuesday has happened. Monday 10th. So you can see my upcoming stream dates there. It's all very exciting. I'm trying to do this full time. We'll see how it pans out. Now into a match. Let's go first. This hand is absurd. This hand is unreal. We have Delver into Thoughtseize. I think I want to leave with Delver. I want to get down my threat first, right? Before casting my my discard. I don't know, I could discard first to see if I can take away their removal spell, but you just finished this deck in paper. It's kind of a sick deck, Justin. I think I'm just going to lead with Delver on the play. Can Thoughtseize them next turn. They have a removal spell, we feel silly, but otherwise we want a clock in play before disrupting. When you get a chance to play it for the first time, Justin, could aggressively Brainstorm to flip my Delver. I think I want to save the Brainstorm though. I think the Brainstorm's going to be really good in a turn or two. Right, never mind. Have another Brainstorm. Just great at this game. So they're on like a Turbo Depth style deck, most likely. I definitely want to Thoughtseize this turn. I guess if I hit a Wasteland, I would use that instead, though. I think I'm gonna Brainstorm. We have another one. It's not like we need both. Oh, could be Pox, for sure. Could be Pox. Seems improbable, but, you know, stranger things. Oh my god, we don't have to crack our fetch lands because of Urborg. Like, I'm going to anyway because I want to shuffle that stuff away, but that's adorable. That's so funny. What? Unclaimed territory in Eldrazi? Are they like splashing some weird Eldrazi? That hand is awful, right? That hand seems really bad. Let's take a smoosher. Regret shuffling away our Dismember. So we find a single Wasteland and we win. Yeah? Doesn't seem bad. That's really rude. That's really rude, opponent. Wasteland Strangler is the black one, yeah. So we know the entirety of their hand. We probably do want to Thoughtseize the Reality Smasher. So that thing will kick our teeth in very convincingly. they draw another soul land. I guess this just blocks it. Never mind, I'm stupid. Just like none of their cards do anything. Cool. I forgot that none of their cards do anything. Maybe I think I was meant to cast the Shadow without cracking the Marsh Flats. Because now I can't enable Revolt for my Fatal Push. Which is like kind of awkward. So I might need to kill 2 creatures to get my Shadow through next turn. Yeah, I've not seen Wasteland Strangler in Legacy before, but it's not an impossible one to play. It's fine, we'll draw Wasteland. Holy shit. No! This is so bad for us. This is so bad for us. We're meant to be whitelisted. I mean, we're still winning this game by a million miles, but... They left us with a Dismember? What? Aren't they just dead now? No, we don't block, do we? We just cast the Dismember and kill them. And don't let them get another blocker by blocking this. I'm really confused about what is happening here. I think our opponent threw away the game. Wait, what? Oh, Phyrexian mana. Phyrexian mana is frustrating sometimes. There we go. Modo figured it out. I figured it out, etc. Winning the game is great. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of winning the game. Yeah, double gut shot clearly incoming. Alright. Eldrazi's big tentacle monsters. Bring in these Diabolic Edicts, these Chalice Answers, these Hymn to Tourach, maybe. They might be a bit slow on the draw. Some players also take a while to figure out Phyrexian mana, that is fair. Need to cut 3 cards? Oh my god, Reanimate's so good against them. We're keeping the Reanimates. Spoiler. What do we cut? Everything's good, right? We could cut a cantrip because of Chalice, maybe. We need all the counter magic. I guess Daze is a bit worse on the draw against their deck. I think we still want like 3 Dazes. We can cut trim 1 though. They have like a bunch of soul lands and stuff. And Cavern, potentially. Also, I think I take out a Thoughtseize just because their deck's really redundant. And again, we're on the draw, so Thoughtseize doesn't even hit Chalice anyway. And like bring that stuff back in on the play, maybe. On the play, we can take out Throne of Geth and Ratchet Bomb. And bring back Daze and Thoughtseize, since we're like pretty well equipped to stop Chalice hitting the table on the play. Alright, it says no answer to a Chalice, but I think the hand's too good to send back. Because Snuff Out plus Wasteland plus Delver is just like great. If they don't have a Chalice, this hand's going to be excellent. The old Urborg Snuff Out tech. Exciting. Yeah. Resolves. Oh, I get to kill their city. And then I have like 2 answers I can cast through a chalice. So I think we're still in a fine spot here. I almost wonder if I just pass the turn. Or even Wasteland the Urborg. And then like whatever land they play next kills the city. We kill their creature and then they just have like no mana to function with. I think I want to kill the Urborg, weirdly. I actually kind of like that the most. Because now, like, any land they play just kills city. It gets really rough for them. Cavern is busted against our Daze. Exciting. Yeah. Incoming TKS. Right, so trigger on the stack. We're gonna go Snuff Out. Reminder that Cavern should get banned in Modern. Disagree, but I think banning Cavern in Modern is an aggressive stance to take. I think Humans is like a very good deck, but kind of fine. Yeah, that's a Grim Monolith. It's promo artwork. We have Gurmag Angler in our deck, so I'm tempted to just throw away a Ponder here. I think if we draw a Ratchet Bomb, we're in like a pretty good position anyway. We cannot reanimate their TKS. Okay, so what's our mana situation next turn? We have 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we cast Angler next turn anyway. We don't have to do that then. Sadly, Chalice is stopping us from reanimating TKS. Otherwise, that would be dreamy. That's okay, Primehouse. What the fuck? Oh boy. Wasteland Strangler. Destroying me. Alright. We need a Gurmag Angler this turn. Or a Marsh Flats. Yeah. Kind of wrecked. Kind of wrecked. Alright, I'd like to draw a Street Wraith next turn. Making a reasonable request here. Incoming Street Wraith. One time. They went to cast something. It's worrying. I don't think I can beat another spell is the problem, so I think I'm still going to kill this Wasteland Strangler. If they had another creature, they'd have cast it pre-combat for the Mimic anyway, right? So Just go to 6 here. Draw Street Wraith. Mm-hmm. What is this? Oh, they're just untapping the monolith? Okay, that's fine. Just need them to not draw a spell for the rest of the game. Okay. Right, I want to get this tapped now. In case I draw Street Wraith, it means I can cast it. Don't think the 1 damage matters. Okay. Alright. Somehow clinging on here. I think I'm gonna let this Mimic hit me. Because I can use the Dismember to kill a bigger Eldrazi. I think 3 and 1 are functionally identical. Now we can actually just like cast our Street Wraiths. So I'm actually just gonna let this hit me. I'm hoping they're drawing lots of Grim Monoliths right now. There's Chalice on 2. That's a 4/4. So now we need to draw Angler specifically. Alright. On to the next one. Yeah, we need specifically Angler there, Nucleo, for sure. I don't know, I think even on the play, we probably still want these crappy answers. Like, games where they don't have Ratchet Bomb don't have Chalice feel pretty easy for us, I think. Where we take out a Force or 2 on the play and bring this stuff in. Alright, we're on the play. Easy keep. I'm actually going to lead on Thoughtseize because I'm scared of Chalice. And then we'll deploy our threats next turn. We're still going to have a very fast clock even without deploying anything turn 1, I think. They show 2 Chalices, then like, I obviously want to curl up and cry, but... Mimic, Sower, Fort Knots. I'm going to just take the Fort Knot. I have a Dismember for the Fort Knot, but I kind of want to spend next turn deploying both Delvers. And I really don't want them taking my Death Shadow with the trigger. Thanks, Phobia. Appreciate it. I am very, very happy to be on the Pro Tour now. Alright, I'm also very, very happy to be casting some Delver of Secrets now. Also great. Gonna have the world's biggest Death Shadow next turn. I'm just gonna take this hit. I'm pretty happy to grow my Death Shadow here. I mean, I guess Angler's fine in the grand scheme of things. As far as cards that don't flip Delver go, I guess Angler is okay. So we can go... Crack this fetch land is 4. Dismember this is 5. We can't cast Angler and Shadow this turn. I guess I just cast the Shadow then. The Shadow's going to be good enough. I wouldn't say it was a losing position. I think that I did draw very well. But, like, I wouldn't say I was, like, a lock to lose that game or anything. Oblivion So is pretty good. I have to crack this now because I need to get the Watery Grave out of my deck for my Shadow. I can't let them exile it. I drew absurdly against, to be fair, I drew absurdly against that blue-green deck. Will fully admit my draws against the blue-green deck were slightly unreasonable. I don't think I should have ever won that game. Interesting. So even if it's a 5/8, it can't swing into Shadow? Just, like, doesn't matter. Let's flip some Delvers. Make life a bit easier for us. Or, you know, not. We could also not flip Delvers. That also seems really strong. Kinda want to swing with the Shadow. So this puts me to 6, this puts me to 2. I have this to block a Reality Smoosher. Alright. I don't know if I'm meant to just dismember the Mimic. I don't think I am, though. If they want to chump with the Mimic, I think I'm pretty happy about that. At least I get to attack first. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't give them info. Fool. If they want to chump here, I'm pretty happy about that, I think. Wow, they're just taking it. We can make Shadow lethal for the rest of the game by dismembering. Let's just put them to 11 though, which also seems great. This is fine. We're in the rush. We're in a fine spot here. Like, keep holding up our removal spell. We can't deal with a Smoosher with the Dismember, but we can just chump the other things and like trade an Angler for the Smoosher. Daze. So you get to go block, eat the sower. I can make the Death Shadow standalone lethal. I guess I don't actually die to Ballista if I do that. They can't Ballista for 2 this turn. I'm definitely doing this. It's whether I don't know whether I'm meant to go to 2. I feel like Ballista is one of the main ways I could lose this game. Is the problem, but I also want Death Shadow to be standalone lethal. I guess if they take 9 though, then a Delver just flip kills them at any point. So it's probably fine. This is probably good enough. We need to be a bit scared of Endbringer, I suppose. Since that's something that can actually tackle the Death Shadow whilst putting pressure on us. Chalice does literal nothing on this board. Like, all our creatures are just already so big. Oh my god. These are the worst Delvers I have ever seen. I'm gonna leave back Angler because I'm scared of Smasher. I died to like Dismember plus Smasher then, but they can't cast Dismember without an Urborg. Oh, they have a Wasteland Strangler. That's pretty good. It buys them a chump block and answers a Delver. That is very decent. It's the sort of thing they need. They do have a City in Andis. They might have no spells left after this. Oh my god, this Delver. This Delver is a lot. Jeez, this Delver is a lot. Okay, we force a chump block. I could put them on a 2-turn clock. I just feel like if I can block a Smasher though, there's very little that can kill me. Because they have to block this every turn for the entire game. We did put some spells in our Delver deck. Yeah, Nuclear. Just a few. Just a few. Don't really know what I meant to kill here. Don't really know that it makes a difference. It's doing a good Fugitive Wizard impression. I've seen Ulamog in some of those lists, so yes I am meant to just like kill a Soul Land. Try and cut them off of potentially casting that. Awesome. 3-in-1. This deck is sweet. This deck is delightful. I'm gonna head to the bathroom a sec. Get some more tea. Then we'll hop into our final match and see how that goes. It's been going well so far. Back in a moment. Perfect score. Successfully didn't block Mew. For once in my life. more impressive than back-to-back Nationals titles. It really is. It really is. I need a Mew emote. I need a Mew holding like a 10 sign or something. Don't I? I need a Mew holding a 10 sign. For when I get the perfect score. Oh my gosh. Thank you for everyone watching the stream. We're queued up for our 5th match. If you're enjoying the stream, please consider giving it a follow. If you're really enjoying it, consider giving it a subscription. I'm trying to start moving towards doing this full time. I'm like streaming a lot of hours this week, and I'm gonna keep increasing it and see how that works. So, oh my gosh, Intolerable! Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Really appreciate that. Everyone put some hearts in chat for Intolerable Dota for the sub. That's so good. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever settle into like a strict schedule, but I've been trying to like post a schedule on Twitter at the start of every week at the moment, so people just like know when I'm on. Obviously, next Friday I'm not going to be here because I'm traveling to GP Stockholm, but thank you, Intolerable. I'm really hoping it works out. I know like there's been like a lot of positivity and stuff surrounding this stream, so there's like a decent chance it does work out. I'm also hoping to start doing mentoring soon for like, you know, just like teaching people to play and stuff. Hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks I'll get that sorted out, so I can start doing that in the evenings after streams are over. Are you serious, George? Is that something you'd be interested in? If so, I am like very open to it. I'm gonna work on the details and definitely focus on George first. Wow. Oh boy, Swords to Plowshares is rough. Awesome Nuclear. I know you mentioned a while ago it was something you'd be interested in. It's like part of the reason I thought it might be worth pursuing. I guess we have to take Brainstorm and like set up Death Shadow plus Stubborn Denial at some point. Oh my gosh, Girl Toppin, thank you for the donation. I'm gonna look at the list a sec. If alright. So yeah, I would play this. This looks sweet. The Antiquities War list. We might have time today even, because we're gonna be finishing this pretty soon. We can try and fit that in today if you want, Tarpon. After this match. You're watching at work, don't tell your boss. Don't worry, secret is safe with me. Thank you so much for the donation, Girl Tarpon. Oh, absolutely. Run that deck through a league. No worries. It's something I've been kind of wanting to try out anyway, so. Antiquities War is a hell of a card. Living the dream, Pixel. Living the dream. You want to get rid of these and just like Thoughtseize them, right? Makes sense. because we've taken the Brainstorm, we've like cleared the way for the second Thoughtseize to be good. Alright, well that's a lot of Council's Judgments. I'm just going to take the Swords to Plowshares so that our shadows can be good once we deal a bit more damage to ourselves. Makes life a lot easier for us. You're watching it work, but you are the boss. That works out kind of nicely. Ooh, is this counterbalance time? Please, no. Please, no counterbalance. Alright, they're just playing around Stifle, I guess. Reasonable. We've got a Wasteland, though. Doesn't actually work out in their favour. This might be an aggressive Brainstorm, but yeah, we get to Wasteland a white source. It's kind of unreal. Nuclear. It's kind of unreal. And we drew a Street Wraith. Oh dear lord. Okay, so this turn we want to Wasteland the Tundra. And then next turn we can deploy 2 shadows with Stubborn backup. Awesome. I guess I do this in their upkeep, right? It's like technically marginally better since it doesn't let them like use their mana on our turn. Yeah, normally Miracles doesn't care about Wasteland, but okay, they have another one, but now we get to go double shadow with Stubborn up. Which should be good enough, I think. I think this should be good. We're gonna go to 8, which makes it just like perfect. Because this will be ferocious. We even have a Daze for a Council's Judgment, which like lets us replay the Watery Grave to deal more damage to ourselves. I'm really excited for this Daze. God damn. I'm gonna let this resolve. This is fine. I want to save my Stubborn Denial for something that matters. Like, they can dig for lands and stuff with this, but we can just counter whatever spells they find off it. And we still have a 2-turn clock here. I guess the one thing they can find off this that's actually annoying is Snapcaster. Because, like, Snap Plow forces us to use an answer whilst creating, like, a blocker. Which is pretty good for them. Another Thoughtseize, alright. Huh. So now these are 7/7s. So even a Snapcaster block doesn't change the maths now. Still just leaves it at like 2-turn lethal. I am impressed with how much we're like shrugging off Swords to Plowshares this game. Yeah, opponent is done. Understandably. Alright, so Miracles. We want him to Tourach. And I guess we want Liliana as well. And the Stubborn Denial. Can take out some of the removal. We could just take out all the removal and just try and like Thoughtseize Mentor or counter Mentor. I don't hate that. I normally trim Wastelands against Miracles as well when I'm playing these sorts of decks. Our opponent was running into Wasteland quite badly that game. I don't know if that changes the equation and makes us want Wastelands a little bit more. Oh, we could bring in 2 Dreads. For sure. Daze plus Pay the Seas, you could lock the fetch land. I think I just want to like save the Daze. Just like pressure whatever spells they have that actually interact with the board, but they still play Mentors in the board usually. Like basically every list plays Mentors in the 75. I just feel like Dread of Night's a bit narrow. It only hits Mentor, which is like really awkward. I might just keep in like 1 removal spell for Mentor, because I don't want all 4 Wastelands, I think. I think 1 removal spell for Mentor's reasonable concession. Ratchet Bomb for Back to Basics, we could do that. Back to Basics is terrifying, for sure. Back to Basics is, like, actively terrifying. I think I'm gonna hope to, like, snag Back to Basics with Thoughtseize or Daze, because, like, using Ratchet Bomb to answer it seems slow, and, like, by the time we've answered it, we've probably already lost, but for sure, Back to Basics is a huge problem for this deck, as with all Delver decks. Hey, Fuzzy. Alright, get to go turn 1 Street Wraith and get our 3-4 beat down on. Even if they swords it, we've still like lost a bunch of life for our shadow, which is good. Huh. We have Daze for counterbalance, so I think I still just want to get my clock going here rather than Thoughtseizing them. That's true, that's true. I guess Ratchet Bomb does do like enough stuff. Maybe it's good enough. We could play it over the Dismember, maybe. Are they finding a Tundra for counterbalance? Sure, that's fine. We still lost life and off of the Reanimate overall. I think we're fine with that. I'm gonna hold on to this Daze, I think. I really want to be able to double spell next turn, so dazing here seems rough. Sorry to hear that, Fuzzy. Hope things calm down a bit. Interesting. Just go Thoughtseize Delver, I assume. They didn't shuffle, so they get to hide some cards with the Ponder, but I think we're still happy just to fire this off. Alright, very easy Snapcaster because of the swords in the yard. Run out our Delver. It's possible they left a Terminus on top, but it's not the end of the world if they did. Okay. It's kind of wild that this card is seeing play in Legacy now. Accumulated Knowledge is just like suddenly considered a Legacy playable after like years of being ignored. I don't really want to run out a second threat into a Terminus, but I feel like our clock is not going to be enough if we don't. So I'm just going to run out the Shadow for that reason, just like increase our clock a bit here. I feel like it's going to be pretty hard to beat a Terminus this game regardless. We want the upkeep stop in case we want to shuffle this away. Delta. Yeah, I bought it out a single Wasteland for this game, and it was fine. Like, some games they just are able to fetch basics, and Wasteland looks really embarrassing. The fact we've drawn, like, 2 of them this game has been kind of awkward. They have Spell plus Flusterstorm, though. We have to wait for our moment for this. We have to wait for the right moment. If they tap low on their turn, we can stick a Liliana though. Yeah, these Delvers have not been very kind to us. By any means. This should technically float a mana. I'm just gonna clique the Daze the clique. Worst case scenario, it like buys a turn from our Death Shadow by jumping. Even that's like decent for them, and our Daze is kind of starting to go dead. Also bouncing the Watery Grave makes this lethal next turn, which is really nice. We get punished if they go Snap Swords and don't have like another land, but in that case they could have just taken the Daze anyway. So wow, that's a good one. Opponent has conceded. Sick, we got the 4-1. Only loss was to Grixis Delver. Does hard casting... Oh, that makes it shots. No, we want to bounce the land because we want to be able to deal damage to ourselves. Because we only have 8 power on board if the Delver doesn't flip. So we need to deal 1 more damage to ourselves to make Death Shadow lethal. So we have to bounce the Watery Grave for that reason. Just to make sure that we have like guaranteed lethal through no interaction. 4-1's pretty great. Let's have a look at one of these here treasure chests before we fire up this Antiquities War list. Grave Pact. I love this card, but not the best open. It's a really sick card though. Alright, we're gonna be playing some Antiquities War in Legacy now, because someone has sent in